Guys, welcome. Carl Norman from carlnormanconsulting.com and my new podcast. If you're listening to this podcast right now, then welcome. What I normally do is I introduce guests, and I have got with me today the most wonderful Cathy Savage. She is my upline in my network marketing company. If you're watching this on Facebook, then you guys will obviously have been introduced to Cathy before. So Cathy, thank you for joining us today.
Welcome. Thank you. I'm so glad to be here. I love talking to you. Anytime I can talk to you, it's a good thing.
Listen, you've got so much on at the moment. I know, just talking about business for a second, we are obviously launching with our product in the UK on the 15th of May. I'm sort of spying on you a little bit because you must have went to bed really late last night, because I noticed that you were up extremely early. But your last post was something like 2 a.m., something like that?
Oh my God, not 2 a.m. my time.
No? What time did you, end up?
Midnight.
Wow.
Midnight.
Okay.
Yeah.
So just before we actually come on air, we were talking about mindset and entrepreneurship and things like that. I think people think that, to be an entrepreneur, to be successful, it's like one singular line. And you and I both know, I've been in business, self-employed since I was 18 years of age, and, it's a long time. And there's always been peaks and troughs. How have you found it yourself being an entrepreneur and being involved in several businesses?
Well, that's a loaded question. I love your cup. I need a cup like that with a big C. I'm going to get it for our next coffee talk.
Well, this is what I was thinking.
We're CNC Music Factory, Carl and Cathy.
There you go. See, you've got to get into this, Cathy. You've got to feel the whole thing. See.
Seriously.
Yeah, okay.
We need cups, CNC. See, this is my entrepreneurial mind is already working just from looking at that cup.
T-shirts and hoodies next, yeah?
Oh, yeah, it's on. It's on. So, would you ask? No, I'm just kidding. Did you ask me about the life of an entrepreneur,
not how you started, but basically how you find being an entrepreneur, and particularly a woman, because I think a lot of people out there will tend to think that it's a man's game, being an entrepreneur and being strong, and for me, I think there's no other greater thing than to see a woman being unbelievably successful. I just think that it's a wonderful thing. So what made you get into the whole entrepreneurial spirit? What made you get into the businesses that you're obviously involved in, and how did it all start?
Yeah, it's a great question. And it's, first of all, to your first point, do you know that in the US, I'll talk about the US for a minute, 80% of the women that make an income of $100,000 a year or a six-figure income or over do it from a home-based business. Wow. So that's really exciting. I think that number is 80%. So there's a lot of female entrepreneurs on the rise, and there's a reason for that. And I'll get to that. As that's your first point, I want to get to that. And this is my opinion. My opinion is women want it all. And I've spent a lifetime helping people, especially women, not just women, but especially women, see that, you can have almost all of it. You can almost have it all. And the good news is all that is really all you need, in my opinion. I think that we have been blessed with incredible entrepreneurial women. Like for me, I've been, so blessed to have incredible mentors. But many women in today's world, look at Sheryl Sandberg, the COO of Facebook. She writes a book called Lean In, and I really love her. But that book was like basically telling women you need to be in the boardroom, you need to work more hours, get childcare for your kids. And I read that and I'm like, I'm not leaning in. That's not what I want, And I went to Boston College, which is one of the top 20 schools in the whole country here. And I graduated with a business degree. And I knew even then, I had these great ideas of what I wanted to do. But I always knew I wanted to have kids. And my mom and dad were teachers. So they were always home when I got home. Yeah. And that's the life I knew. I never went home to an empty house. And So for me, I wanted that with my kids as well. And I didn't want to be a teacher. I knew that because that is a hard job. But I knew that I was destined for something bigger than what I was, going down that path for. And that was, working in the medical and health field for a hospital and a group of doctors. And that's kind of where I remember sitting in this beautiful office in the 1980s, saying, wow, I've got this great job, but there's got to be something better for me. I want my own time freedom. This was before I had kids.
Yeah.
But I knew my brain was just destined to, number one, not have a boss. I really am not a good employee. I'm very unemployable, in my opinion, because I always had ideas and I never understood work politics. I never understood why I had to go in at a certain time and leave at a certain time. That was just, it didn't compute with my wiring. And I think there's a lot of people like that. And when you feel that way and you know that there's something else out there for you, that means you have the entrepreneurial spirit inside you. It's like a calling. There are some people who want a paycheck and they want to go in and they want to go out. And that's fine. That's fine. But what I find is women don't really want to. They want something for themselves, but they don't want to be stuck in an office. They don't want to, have to make arrangements when their kids are sick and they have to stay home. They don't want a boss telling them, it's snowing out, but you can't leave. Women want more and they want to be home with their kids, but they want a career and they want to contribute. And so right now, I think it's the best time in the world for especially women, female entrepreneurs who want it all. And I love helping women raise their kids, but also have a home-based business of their own. So, even if they want to have their kids go to a little preschool or things like that, they can get things done and they have time freedom. And that's what I think, in my opinion, every woman really wants. They want to have a job, but they also want to be with their families. Yep. So, for me, that was kind of what it was all along. And the minute I saw my son, I remember this, he's 15, but the minute he was born, and I was just laying there going, I've never ever known love like this before. And my poor husband's like, gee, thanks. But, I'm like, I don't mean it that way. You're awesome.
It's a different type of love, yeah.
It's a whole different thing. And I'm like, I'm not missing a moment. Nope, not doing it. And so for me, I was like, I better make this work so that I don't have to be anywhere. And if I'm somewhere, it's because I want to be. But I know that I have the power to come and go as I please because I just fell in love with this little boy. Yeah. And for me, that's what it was. I just couldn't. And it's kind of funny because my husband, when he had to go back to work, when Ryan was first born, he was like the same way. So it's not even a man or a woman thing. My husband was like, I can't go to the office. Like, I don't want to be away from you guys. Yeah. So, that was my story, but I think a lot more people want that. And what's really great is this is the time for entrepreneurship. It's just the way the world is going, the economy, global economy. It's a really good time for people to not only choose to be an entrepreneur, but also maybe a part-time entrepreneur to just get an additional revenue stream. Because I find people, Carl, they love what they do. They love it, but they wish they had more money coming in. Yeah. And so, I love helping people do that as well. So they may not want to have the whole entrepreneurial experience, but they can at least have some of it. And I think that's great.
Yeah, I think that's absolutely fantastic. It's funny because I was speaking to a young lady yesterday. Actually, we've just added her onto the business, Joe Sweeney. I put a post up yesterday, obviously, on our private group. Now, she's a mum of 4 kids. 2 of them are twins, 3 months old, and she's got one which is just over 1. And she was saying to me yesterday, when I was explaining of what she could do and what was available, the tools that were available, really, and she was thinking, that's fantastic, because she can't get out to it. She just can't. She's in the house. She's obviously got a lot on her plate. She's having to look after. She's by herself, so therefore it really is a difficult time. And I thought, listen, if I can help her, if the people around her can help her, if the people in our team can help her, then that's great. So for her now to have the opportunity to become an entrepreneur and to have her own destiny mapped out for her, I think it's absolutely amazing. And I think you probably must have thought that when you got involved with the company that we're involved in right now, not just the fact that, okay, I could be financially free in X, Y, and Z, but the fact that it would be able to, I don't know, inspire you to be able to help other people do exactly the same thing. Would that be fair to say?
That's everything. You can like drop the microphone right there. You know, I spent a lifetime, 30 years of getting people into great shape, getting women to have the body of their dreams, getting women to win a world title in a fitness competition. And then, you know, they go back to work on Monday and no one even knows what they did. Or, you know, they get these great bodies, but they can't pay their mortgage, or they have kids and they just don't even know how to cope, or they're single and they don't want to, they can't even afford daycare because that's what they make. So how do you even go to work when daycare is so expensive that it's just not even worth it to go back to work? What do you do? So for me, that was one of my strongest purposes when I came to Isagenix. That wasn't me. That wasn't what my situation was, but I met so many people that were in that position. So what I intended my, you know, network marketing company to be for me ended up being something completely different for everyone that I enrolled. And now I feel like we're on this mission to help people because there's a lot of people. We have so many single moms on our team. We have women who have 3, 4, 5 children. I have a girl, Heather. She's got 4 kids under 8. She was a nurse. She hated leaving her kids. And now she's home and she's working from home and not missing anything. And that lights me up. That gets me so excited that this is like, you're almost like a dream maker and you open your eyes to these possibilities that you never, ever thought were expected. So someone like your friend JoJo, this gives her the ability to be with her children and to also have something that's all hers. She controls her income, not some boss, not some person telling her she has to work more shifts. None of that. And, you know, I just don't feel like life should be about being in a cubicle or asking and begging for vacation. I just don't feel that way. It goes against everything I believe now because I've seen it, Carl, for 6 years of people who are replacing their incomes and working from home and putting their kids in good schools and helping their parents and just helping everyone. That's been the greatest gift. And the thing that I've witnessed is people like your friend who now have options, whereas before they didn't think they did.
Yeah, no, I think do you know what? That's an absolutely awesome answer because both of us are obviously involved in the fitness industry. So therefore, what we want to do is that we want to create a certain lifestyle for them. Now, it normally represents from a body situation, and we know that it's going to change their mind because obviously we know that when you physically train, you feel better than yourself. So therefore, lots of other little things sort of fall into place. Now, when I found out Isagenix, I genuinely thought, wow, this is the package. This is like, not only can I change people's sort of lives with the way that they look, but if these guys actually want to jump on board with the business, then I'm thinking, I've hit the jackpot. I've won the lottery.
Exactly.
Because what I can do now is that I can not only get those people into great shape, but also I can say, listen, there is an alternative to the work that you're currently doing right now. Would you agree on that?
Yeah. And here's what's so great about Isagenix. Like, fist pump it all the way. I get really excited about this. Like, this gets me just, so I know there's other network marketing companies out there. And I know like there's makeup and jewelry and, oh my God, there's like network marketing companies for everything, which is, you know, that's the way the economy is going in a network marketing type of thing, word of mouth. You know, the distribution is different. It gets delivered. That's just the way it is. So you've got all these other network marketing companies that provide products, which are fine. But what Isagenix does, it's a wellness company. So they're not like a one-hit wonder. So you have these other products who might have an energy drink or just a shake or just this or just that. What Isagenix does is it gives people a total 100% wellness experience. So they help you with your mindset. They have a program called Healthy Mind and Body that our associates take part in. They help you with all kinds of personal development. In fact, we call it a personal development company with a great compensation package, because you learn so much and they give you the tools from these incredible experts who just give you the information as part of the membership. So what I love is that you and I, people like us, and you certainly don't have to be a fitness person because most of the people aren't,
No.
but people like us can literally have a toolbox. And so what we're already telling people is to sleep well, to stress less, and giving them tools to manage their stress, to work out, and to make it a habit. For me, I always tell people your lifestyle should be a habit. It should be like brushing your teeth. You got to work out, you got to move, you got to sweat. So we're already telling people that.
Yeah.
But the biggest hang up people have, Carl, and you know this, is what do I eat? When do I eat? There's so many myths. There's so many crazy stories that people just don't know whether they're coming or going when it comes to nutrition.
Yeah.
This box helps them navigate through all the craziness.
Yeah.
So what we do, especially on our team, is we teach people how to eat correctly, not just with the Isagenix products. It's a full circle wellness program.
Yeah.
So for us, it is a double. It's like a jackpot, because I look at my friend Dan Parton, who just won he came in as runner-up in the IsaBody finalist. He was a dad. He had that dad bod, he used to say. He was, in the military, and he's like, I can't get it together, Cathy. I need to be healthy for my daughter. So he came to me and said, I just need to get fit. And we use the products. And now he's created a business from it because his results were so amazing that he's inspiring other people. And now he's doing this. He's home with his daughter. He's there with his wife. They're creating a business because of his lifestyle change. I can't think of anything better in this world than to have a career that helps other people get fit, get healthy, gives them time with their family, and then they get to do it for other people. It's the ultimate, pay it forward.
Yeah.
We have a big event in August. It's our big annual event in Las Vegas. And Tony Robbins is speaking for 3 hours. Wow. This is what Isagenix is all about. It's not about selling anything. It's about getting people inspired and motivated to live a better life, a healthier life, a life with no limits. And so this is what you're coming into, and all of your friends. Yeah. And as much as I can shout it from the rooftops, until you experience it, you're going to be like, oh my God, Cathy, I remember when you were saying all this. And I was like, maybe. But you're going to experience it. And I'm very I'm not one of these pie in the sky people. Yeah. I'm very critical. I hate everything. I have something to say about everything. So for me to just wrap my head around this and wrap my arms around it, it's pretty good, because anyone who knows me knows I'm the queen of skepticism, very jaded, not into the all hug a tree, life, the head in the clouds. It's just not who I am. Never been that way. Yeah. So for me to feel this passionate about something, it has to work. Yeah. And it's in the pudding with all of our teammates, just experiencing this.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely awesome. And you know what, Cathy, right? You and I we could talk all day. And I know that you said, yeah, Carl, come on, let's talk all day. I want to try and keep these coffee with Cathy's relatively short, between 15 and 20 minutes each session, so that hopefully people will want to join in with us next time and maybe comment on the videos, and then maybe talk about topics that you and I can probably bounce off with regards to, lifestyle changes, entrepreneurship, sort of living the best life that you can possibly be, talking about mindset issues, talking about how we can start in this business, how we can, literally flourish. I mean, one little last pointer before that I will go, and this is what really massively excited me today, more about Isagenix than anything else.
Massively excites me. I love that. Go ahead, sorry.
I seen a post today, and someone had put up to say, could they take the products if they were terminally cancer? They had cancer and they were terminal. And I thought, wow, fancy seeing a post like that on one of our forums. And someone had said underneath it, we have got a special group that helps people who are dealing with cancer. And you know what? That just blew me away. It blew me away to think, you know what? This company is not just about come and buy our products, we'll teach you how to lose weight. It's not like that. And when I seen that, and I thought, you know what, this is more caring company that I genuinely thought possible. And I love that. I really did. It's a great thing for us probably to end on, because what we will do is probably pick up on certain things with regards to, you know, our little chats that we have, the 15 or 20-minute chats that we're going to have obviously every single week. But Cathy, just important, if people are watching this video and they want to obviously get involved in the business, I know that you're going to say, yeah, speak to Carl and contact him and stuff like that, and obviously I can give you a little bit more advice. But if people are hesitant, and I've got to be honest with you, I was sitting on the fence thinking about, oh, okay, maybe, maybe not. Now I'm like, I'm in, I'm swimsuit, I'm diving in, I'm doing breaststrokes, I'm loving every minute of it. But what would you say to that person who's literally sitting on the edge of the pool and thinking, should I, shouldn't I?
I felt the same way. I feel it. I welcome skeptics, because I was one. I was the biggest one, and I had everything to lose by even talking about this company. And I get it. And so I don't want people to think they're, you know, I want the questions. I want people to say, Cathy, I'm not sure. Cathy, I don't get mad at those, because I was that person 6 years ago, and I was probably one of the worst skeptics. So what I can say to people is, and this is coming from my experience, that I did feel that way, but what I found was a company that I could grow with physically, financially, and more importantly, help others do the same. And so if you have an opportunity, and Richard Branson, who I love, do you love Richard Branson?
Of course, he's amazing.
I know, right? I know, it's a stupid question. Yeah. But like, you know, he always says, if someone has an opportunity and they put it in front of you and you know that person, learn about it later, jump in and do it because you know that person. So, you know, yes. people who know you, Carl, you know, they trust you and they're going to be your wingmen, and it's going to really be a really good advantage for them. So what I love about Isagenix is you don't have to, you know, sell your left arm to do this. Yeah. The only thing you have to lose is weight, stress, and the only thing you have to gain is community, positive thinking, inspiration, motivation. And at the end of the day, it's your choice. But I get it. There's so many companies out there. And what I would recommend people do is to trust you, Carl, because you have the relationship with them, and just know that we'll guide them every step of the way. And at the end of the day, if it's not for them, they just make a phone call and say, I'm out. It's just not one of those things where you're getting products for a year and you can't quit. So I would just ask people to imagine some possibilities and to take a chance like I did and thousands of my friends did, and we'll be there for you every step of the way.
Fantastic. Cathy Savage, you have been absolutely awesome today. Thank you so much. I've really enjoyed this interview, and I can't wait until we do one, possibly within the next sort of 4 or 5 days, and then we'll try and put out maybe a little bit earlier to give people a little bit of motivation for the beginning of the week or whatever. So Cathy, get yourself out of here. Have an absolutely awesome day, and I look forward to catching you soon.
You too, Carl.
Take care.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye.